Hi everyone, this video is going to walk you through on studying for your NC final exam for English 1, and it is also going to walk you through on this Canvas module that I mentioned in class the other day. So what you're going to be doing is you're going to be studying for your finals and doing the activities on this website that's kind of similar to Google Classroom. It's called Canvas. There are a couple of ways for you to access the Canvas module. By the time I upload this video, you will probably find an invitation in your student email. So if you log into your student email, you'll probably find it there. Another thing that you can do is there is this folder if you're logged into your Chatham Google. You'll see this folder that says CCS, and if you click on there, you will see this button that says Chatham Canvas. When you get in there, you will see a dashboard. You'll find the dashboard on the left, and you'll probably see something like this that says NC Final Exam English Review. So once you click on that, you will find this module, and you have to complete everything in it. Everything that's under this Final Exam Review Honors English 1 module. All right, and right now you are watching this introduction video. Down here are just more resources to help you out if you feel like you need that extra practice, if it turns out some of your practice tests were not so good. All right, so you just click on this video and then you click next, and it's going to walk you through everything that you need to do to make sure that you are super prepared for the final exam. So first, let me tell you what your final exam is all about, because I know some of you were like, how many questions are going to be on there? What is the test going to look like? So the final exam is not a teacher-made exam in Honors English 1. In English 1, it is a North Carolina state exam, and it is 20% of your final grade in this class. The types of questions that you're going to get is going to be very similar to some of the things that you've seen in the past in standardized tests. You'll get 3 to 4 reading passages, and then you're going to answer some multiple choice questions about them. These reading passages are split into 2 groups. It's either going to be a short story or poetry, or it's going to be some sort of nonfiction text in social studies or sciences. There's going to be a total of 50 questions, and then you do have to complete these 50 questions within this time period that they give you. You do not get any extra time. This time test, they give you only 2 hours, that's 120 minutes, and if we don't calculate in how long it takes you to read the passages, and the passages are very long, if we don't count the reading time, you actually only get about 2.4 minutes to read a question and then make your choice. So you kind of have to work quickly. Work accurately. So how are they going to be grading you? Well, the questions, 10 to 15% of the questions are going to be on vocabulary, on being able to figure out what words mean based on context clues, and whether you know those academic vocabulary words that we've been studying all throughout this year. Then 35 to 40% of the questions are going to be about main ideas in nonfiction texts, facts that you can get from those nonfiction texts, claims in those nonfiction texts, and the rhetoric, or the way that authors are arguing or persuading in these nonfiction texts. 45 to 50% of the questions are going to be about theme and figurative language and the elements of fiction, poetry, or drama that is in those short stories or play excerpts or even poetry. So what you need to study is, first of all, you need to study language. So you need to study how to figure out what words mean based on context clues. You need to study a whole list of academic vocabulary words that are used frequently on this test. And also you need to study those literary terms that we've been looking at all throughout this year. You also need to figure out how to find the main idea or the main argument in a nonfiction text. You need to know what an analogy is, how authors use analogies to make comparisons between similar scenarios when they're making an argument. You need to be able to figure out what the author's perspective is, whether they have any biases when they're talking and making these persuasive ideas in their informational texts. And also you need to be able to find examples, statistics, and anecdotes, which, as you know, means stories, someone's personal stories, when they're making these arguments, how they're using these examples, statistics, and anecdotes to support their ideas. You're also going to want to study the elements of fiction. So those elements of fiction that we studied at the beginning of the year when we did short stories: characterization, conflict, plot, tone, point of view, setting, and theme. And then all the literary and poetic devices that we've talked about, like metaphor, simile, personification, and also how to analyze a poem. So like a shortened way to do the TP Fast that we did recently. All right, so this module is going to walk you through how to study. After you watch this video, you're going to go on and look at this academic vocabulary inventory in the module. It is an assignment. You click on it, you can click this preview, or you can download. You can click on this link to download the document. But if you click preview, it will show up for you. It's going to look a little bit smaller, but you do get to zoom in. So what you're going to do here is you're going to take a look at this word, and then you're going to tell me whether you recognize this word, whether you've seen this word, but you're not sure what it means, whether you can guess what the word means, or whether you can give me the exact definition of the word. All right, so for option 1 and 2, you can just do a check mark, but for option 3 or 4, you need to give me the definition. Either the definition that you think it means, or the actual definition that you know. And this is just a diagnostic, so it's going to tell me what you need to study. So it's not a good idea to look up what all of these words mean right now. I already made PowerPoints for all of these words to show you what the words mean if you don't know them. This is going to tell us what you need to study, so try to be honest. It's all about the honor system here. You know what you need to do to study best. All right, so once you're done with everything, I should be able to see on Canvas. Good luck with studying. I hope that you will take the opportunity during this snow day to study and start studying. It is 20% of your grade, and I can't, help you on the test. So it's really all on your own, how much you study and how much you can recall this information from the year. All right, good luck.